Coach Karabo, congratulations on the 3 points and compliments after a new season. Your assessment of the game, please.
Yeah, compliment of the new year. First game of the year against the #1 team on the log. A very physical team. They play with a lot of intensity on the wings. They play a lot with set pieces. You know, they want you to jump a lot. The good thing is we managed, we absorbed the pressure they exerted on us in terms of jumping, in terms of the crosses, the diagonal balls they wanted to play against us. And yeah, once in a while they get a chance here and there, but what I'm happy about is that my guys dealt very well with the second phases, you know, the balls that drop as well. So, you know, when you look at the scoreline and you say 1-0 to UJ and you are thinking it was a tight game. Yes, it was tight because it was 1-0. If they score, it's 1-1, you know, we lose 2 points. But if you look at the whole game, you'll recognize that we've missed probably 6, 7 clear opportunities to score.
You know, Coach, when you say 6, that gentleman was sitting behind me, counted exactly 6.
Yeah, it was 6 goals opportunities that were sure goals, not half chances. You know, when there are half chances, it's a cross where maybe we don't meet the ball. You know, these are chances where a player must just pick a spot and score. You know, just delay a little bit of decision making in the box, and we are scoring all these chances. The score, in all fairness, should be 6-1. You know, they had a chance here that we also escaped, but it should be 6-1. But yeah, we just need to also respect opponents as well and say, yeah, look, it was not an easy game. It was very physical and it takes a lot out of you. You can see that Cosmos were playing December games as well. You can see that they're not struggling too much. Only 1 or 2 players who struggled with fitness issues, but you can see they played in the Tutuza tournament. You know, I think they were in the final, so it tells you that they're not lacking fitness. Unlike some of us, more than half of our players went home to rest because we had to. We had a very strange season last year. We had a very strange year, and yeah, fatigue obviously caught up with us. But judging by this performance, it shows me that also on a mental resilience side, our players are recovering. You know, they are getting there. They'll do well in the second half of the season, and yeah, not an easy game. People can even I'm mentioning these chances, but that was because we were countering them a lot. You know, we had opportunities to counter and really finish them off with counters. But yeah, they were also coming at us. But as I'm mentioning, we defended very well. We defended very well. We absorbed the pressure, and I'm just happy with the guys. We welcome the 3 points. You know, we cannot ask for more from these guys. The game at the end of the day is about who goes up on the table, who's #1, who does this, who does. But it's about 3 points. You know, accumulated 3 points, and I'm happy that the guys accumulated these 3 points. It will be a confidence booster going forward. You know, next week we play another tough opponent that plays similarly to Cosmos, and they will bring in the crosses. They will, you know, and I'm happy this game came now so it can prepare us for the next 3 games, which are against very tough opponents. #1, #2, 3, 4, 5 on the log. You know, those are the guys we are playing, and it's not gonna get easier. But yeah, we are ready for the battle. You know, we're always going to battle, seeking 3 points, and we're gonna do that as well next week. It's not going to be a free ride for anybody.
Coach, UJ being a team which is mostly dominated by students, we know they go on a break, the rest closes, the school closes, and it has not opened yet.
Yes.
In terms of the squad that you have available, are some of the players still at home because schools have not opened, and how are you dealing with those issues?
Of course. So you obviously deal with such issues where some players are still at home. You know, they're still visiting family, and yeah, it was a well-deserved rest for them. As I mentioned, we had a very long year, very tough, and they needed to rest. And I actually enforced it, you know, to say, no, guys, even these December tournaments, this year, try to give yourself a break, go and rest because you need it. You know, your body needs to recover. But Yeah, we always have systems in place. We always have systems in place. We have some partners here and there who help us, because as you mentioned, university is not yet open. The res is not yet open. So we obviously have some partners who can house some of our players, some of our guys, so that we can start the matches. We've had at least 8 training days, which is very good, because we had asked them to open on the 8th, but speaking to some of them, they say, coach, we are available, we are around, we can come back slightly earlier so that we can accumulate. And I was happy, when you get that type of mentality from players, who say, coach, we are available, we are around, we can come, And I applaud the players, I thank them for availing themselves in these difficult times. It's not easy for a boy from the Free State, Etokolo Vilarazi, he scored today. It's not easy for him to come here from the Free State, not knowing where he's going to stay, this. But at least we managed with our partners to make sure that these guys come back. They get accommodation, they get food, they get the transportation they need. Some of them are still not back at res, but they stay in Gauteng, so we are able to give them transport money to come through to train. So it's worked very well for us. So yeah, it was just a matter of managing the process, managing the early return of the guys. Yeah, and the guys are willing, so they'll always be willing to come in and play and train, so it did not affect us too much. But you can see, first game, there's a lot of cramping, you can see it. But we will accumulate the fitness with time. It's a gradual build-up, it's a gradual fitness. We are not in a rush. We will save some players that we know haven't trained properly. We have to prepare them properly and not rush them into games. Otherwise, we're going to lose them for the whole season with long-term injuries. So yeah, just happy that the guys are here. Of course, these are challenges, but we work, we find solutions, and the solutions give us these types of results. So yeah.
Yeah, coach, you had a difficult start to the league. You just came off from the inter-regional playoffs where you won promotion. You started the league, then there was the Varsity Cup, then there was USA as well, which made it very, very difficult for you. This year you start, there are no other competitions that you'll be participating in except the league. What does it mean for you, Jay, and what can we expect for the remainder of the season?
Look, obviously with a difficult start, you come in to test the waters, to check how hard or how tough the competition is, especially ABC Motsepe. It's very tough. Gauteng is one of the toughest leagues. 8 teams can win the league in Gauteng. 8 teams can win the league, so it just tells you how difficult when we have one stream, obviously. So we play all those 8 teams that can win the league. So for us, we had said to ourselves this season, it's just a matter of try to compete as hard as we can to place ourselves, in the top 8 maybe, because we always have to gun for something, we always have to aim for something. So we said, a top 8 finish would be a good achievement for these guys. First season in the ABC Motsepe, and we know the resources that some of these guys have, some of these clubs have, and as we speak, we are punching above our weight. There's many opponents of ours who have very good resources, can get the best players, get top talent from wherever they want and just bring it through. And we are a university, as you mentioned, and the majority of our players are learners at the university, and it's very tough for them. Make no mistake, it's very tough for them. But as I mentioned, we will try to compete, man. We'll try to compete. Even though last year was very tough for us, we'll try to compete. As I mentioned, all we needed was mental freshness, All these guys, all they needed was mental freshness. And I think you'll see a different team going forward. We might reinforce here and there. And when you reinforce, obviously, you are trying to close out a few gaps using players, not necessarily training and tactical work and technical work, because you are realizing that the competition demands a certain level right now, and some of these players won't catch up immediately. So yeah, as I mentioned about resources, about players, if you look at our team, we half the team, we play our unders up until until they get tired, basically, and then we take them out when they get tired. But yeah, we played like that. We played like that. We have not taken unders out about 15 minutes, 10 minutes, and yeah, credit to these boys. Credit to these boys. A very long year, and they come and open like this. They give their all. You can see they are tired, but we are encouraging from the bench to push. But yeah, you are correct. A very tough first half of the season because you are still feeling the league. You are still sussing out where you can get a few points here and there. But I think the guys know now what is required because we were shell shocked. The first 5 games, it was a it was a shell shock moment to say, yes, there's the tempo, the aggression, But I think the guys are getting to it now. They're getting used to it. This Cosmos side, I think, is the most physical in the league, followed by Highlands. Of course, the others come after that, but this Cosmos side is one of the most physical. You can see the profiling from Dr. Sono that he's going for guys who are, who are tall, who are physical, I think a lot of experience. If you look at the centre backs, the midfield, a lot of experience. So he knows what he wants. That's why he's top of the log, and he's coming from NFD as well. So he understands the steps, and he has recruited like that. He's recruited he's typecast his players for ABC Motsepe, for NFD. And unfortunately with us, we get what we get. And we try and sharpen it, we try to get it to that level. I will learn from Dr. Sono and the Highlands. We've got Freeze there, we've got very good mentors in the league as well. These are guys we look up to. And we'll work, man. We'll just do our best.
Thank you very much, Coach, and all the best for the remainder of the season.